Is it true that the brain stops growing by the time we get to elementary school? No. Neuroplasticity is a study of how the brain changes throughout a person's life. So what is neuroplasticity? Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to change by itself, otherwise rewire itself, by learning new things, changing habits, or compensating injuries. So do we really know everything about our brains? Of course we don't. The brain is full of so many mysteries and wonders. And what is really interesting about the brain is that most things we thought were true about the brain 10 years ago are either partially true or not true at all. Here are some of the facts. So what are 3 things that are true about the brain? 1. The brain is active even when you're at rest. 2. During adolescence, it's the brain's best time to learn and gain knowledge. 3. Your brain doesn't physically finish changing until the frontal cortex develops at the age of 24 years old, which develops maturity. So how do I rewire my brain? You don't actually rewire your brain like that. Throughout life, your neurons can change connections as you learn new things or decide to force yourself to change a habit. So what happens when you learn? When you learn, your brain undergoes certain physical and chemical changes. This means that the brain can have a physical change and you'll remember something for a long time, or your brain will undergo a chemical change, meaning you'll remember something for a shorter period. You can use magnets to explain neuroplasticity. For example, you can use this magnetic strip as an axon. The axon is what carries the information from a neuron to the other, and you can use the metal bead as a neuron that sends and receives all information. Here you have an axon, and here you have a neuron. What happens if this neuron runs out of energy? Well, what happens is that the axon will change to create a new habit. This one, on the other hand, it'll slowly die off. Now, you'll still remember part of your habit, and you'll still remember it, and there's still a chance that you'll go back to that habit, but it's highly unlikely if you keep doing this habit. Now, if you do go back to this habit, this neuron will run out of energy, and this axon will move back. Along with these connections, they will also change. How can neuroplasticity be applied to the real world? Neuroplasticity can help evolve education because it proves that teenagers absorb more knowledge during the sponge period. Instead of suspending them for something, we should teach them what is right, and we should teach them to use it for their future careers. This will make a better future for all of us.